So I'm gonna be honest, I don't normally do product review videos, but Bluetti reached out to me and asked if I would review their portable power station, which is perfect for overlanding and camping, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Now, I love camping. My family and I go camping at least twice a year in the spring and the fall. We've camped all over Tennessee state parks, all through the state of Tennessee, and we love it. But we're always tied to needing to camp somewhere near power. And now some of you might call that glamping, but it really is just camping. And it's something that we love, but we can't ever primitive camp. And I've never really been able to take the Bronco and go overlanding, as the cool kids call it these days. I've been looking for something that would work to travel with and would let me primitive camp. But I want something that's gonna let me still work while I'm camping, and I think this Bluetti portable power station is a great solution. Let's walk through some of the details. All right, so looking at the AC180P, it is a 1,440 watt hour power station. All right, now let's break down the math on 1,440 watt hours. What does that actually mean? Well, let's say that you have a 50 watt fridge. That means that the Bluetti power station could actually power your fridge for almost 29 hours. Now let's do some more math. Let's say that you wanted to charge your iPhone. Well, your iPhone can charge at 20 watts per hour, and it takes about 2 hours to charge your iPhone. So that means you could recharge your iPhone 36 times from one battery capacity from this. Now, the other cool thing about this power station is that it uses LFP batteries. Now, you can research what LFP means on your own time, but for the sake of this power station, LFP means that this is safe and it's gonna last a long time. In fact, it will last over 3,500 life cycles before the capacity drops to around 80%. So if I use this twice a year on my camping trips, then it'll last 1,750 years. Math. Now, real world use. This thing's 35 pounds. That is not very light. That's not super portable. So this isn't the kind of thing that you're gonna take on a 1 mile hike up to a primitive campsite with you. I hiked with this thing for about a quarter of a mile and it got so heavy. But here's the great thing. It's super compact in the sense that it'll fit in the back of your rig and give you a ton of power. And in comparison, the Yeti 1500X is 45 pounds. So yes, 35 pounds isn't the kind of thing that you're gonna hike with, but it's the perfect thing to throw in the back of your rig. The AC180P portable power station has 4 AC outlets, 4 USB outlets, 1 USB-C outlet, a wireless charging pad on the top, and a DC 12-volt outlet like on your car. Now let's say that you have this plugged in and you're charging it, but you also have something plugged into the AC output. The 4 AC outlets are fed by an 1,800 watt AC pure sine wave inverter. And what that means is that this is going to protect your sensitive electronics in the case of a power surge, or in the case of more power coming in that your electronics can handle. Now, I don't really know what sensitive electronics mean, but I'm hoping that means that your computer or something like that. To recharge the power station, you have a couple options. AC power, like plugging it into a wall, or DC power, like charging it from your cigarette lighter in your car. But you can also use solar power by using solar panels, but it has a max solar input level at 500 watts. Now let's look at the Bluetti app that allows you some additional control over your power station. Once you find your power station, you can open it up and see a general display of the power station. When you click battery information, you have an overview of your system status and your battery pack. Going back to the main screen, you have the option to toggle on and off DC or AC power. From the app, when you toggle the button, you have a confirmation screen. Then, as you can see, power is now going to DC power. Same with the AC side. Now we'll go ahead and turn those off. Now, as you can see in the top right, I have the power station plugged into the grid and it's receiving 840-ish watts from my home. On the top left, you can see the solar input, which is 0 watts because I don't have my solar panels plugged in. Now, if I click the icon at the very top right beside the AC180P number, I have my settings. In the settings, you can rename your AC180P. You can look at the user manual for some casual technical reading, or you can change the charging mode. This is the reason to make sure that you have this app with your AC180P. Here you have 3 options: standard, silent, and turbo. Standard's just your normal charging. Silent quiets the fans on the unit, but what I think is impressive about this unit is the turbo mode. In the turbo mode, charging time is under 2 hours. That's incredibly fast charging. But even more impressive, from 0% to 80%, it's only 45 minutes. Now, why is that last 20% another hour? I don't actually know. But let's keep in mind, using turbo mode will negatively impact the life of your battery cells, so definitely use that sparingly. Another feature in the AC180P settings is powerlifting mode. Powerlifting mode allows the AC180P to run high power heating devices up to 2,700 watts. This is anything like space heaters, hair dryers, electric kettles, electric blankets, that type of stuff. The other feature in the settings is eco mode. Eco mode is important to know where this is at in the settings. You can toggle on and off the eco modes for AC and DC. By default, these are on. So the AC power is capped at a 15 watt output, and the power station will actually shut off after 4 hours. Now, these settings can be turned off and changed on this screen. You have a bunch of different options: 4, 3, 2, 1 hours, and you can change the wattage max output. Lastly, under the Advanced Settings tab, you have your AC output frequency, grid self-adaption, and the factory reset. Now, this power station can also be used as a 24/7 UPS, unlike the Jackery. That means you can plug this into your home office, plug your computer into it, and if the power goes out in your home, this unit will stay on and power whatever is plugged into it in the event of a power outage. Now, that's not really what I intended to use this for, but a really helpful feature nonetheless. So like I said, I used this camping on our last camping trip, and it charged our phones, powered our sound machine at night, because I got 3 kids, powered the coffee pot in the morning. It was awesome. And the best part was we just kept moving it around the campsite wherever we needed it. It was definitely light and portable enough to move around and powerful enough to last the entire trip without needing to be recharged. Now, I'm not telling you to go buy one, but if you do, use the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.